Alright, I'm gonna try to do this. I don't know if I'm gonna put this one up either. That other one turned out alright, so we'll see. But the other day, I was on a roll, and I got to the point to where what I was talking about, I couldn't quite bridge the gap to where I was trying to go with it. So I just kind of stopped. Plus my food was done, so I said fuck it. But I don't know if it seems like a lot of people don't know about this. Everybody I've talked to, nobody seems that has ever heard of it. But there's a group of people, the world's richest, most influential people. Like, I've actually written up my own conspiracy theory, but I haven't finished it. I wrote it out. I got a long thing written out. And I tried to get some people to read it and give me some feedback on it, but I couldn't seem to get anybody to really read the whole thing and let me know what they thought about it. So I kind of just put that on pause for a while. That was actually months ago. That might have been like close to last summer, honestly. And I went through a couple times, but I have so many like extra points that I want to add in and other things that, like, I don't know. I'm just waiting for somebody to read the fucking thing so I can find out, get some kind of feedback on it, because I mean, I've been basically just kind of piecing together what I think has happened in the last, I don't know, since shortly after World War II. And I think that, like, all the rich people in the world, like the Rockefellers and Vanderbilts and all the people that had all the fucking money, at least wise in this country, no, in other parts of the world, it was like they were all competing against each other, trying to put each other out of business for so long. And then World War II happened, and they realized how close they got to losing everything. And once they did, once the war was over, in 1954, for the first time, this group of the world's richest, most influential, most powerful people met for the first time. And they've been meeting behind closed doors, everything off the record ever since 1954. They didn't even have a name for the group. They didn't even give it a name because it wasn't supposed to exist, kind of like Area 54. And I think that I do believe they pretty much denied its existence, just like Area 54, until they just couldn't deny it anymore. Somewhere probably in the 90s, 2000s, maybe they, finally acknowledged it, and they actually have a website. And the group is called the Bilderberg Group. Every time I say it, someone's like, Build-A-Bear? I'm like, no, not fucking Build-A-Bear, dude. It ain't like they're James Bond and they're setting up the world to be taken over by a fucking teddy bear, Like, for real, there's a group of people. And members, of this group include pretty much every president and presidential candidate since fucking, at least back to fucking Reagan, have been members. As far as I know, from what just bits and pieces I picked up, I heard Trump was not a member, is not a member, that they don't particularly want him in the group. But I don't think that makes him any, if that is in fact true, which, I mean, for all I know, he could be a fucking member too. All the shit that was in the news was just used to distract us, which it was anyways, whether he's a member or not. But if he's not a member, I would venture to guess that it's probably just because he wants to be the head of the fucking group. And there's way too much old money in that group that's just not going to let that happen. And so, I don't know. But I know both the Bushes, both the fucking Clintons, Bill and Hillary are both members. Biden, John Kerry, I'm trying to think. I don't know about Ross Perot. I have no idea. Obama. I can't think about. Fucking Al Gore. Which is weird because, like, when you think about it, like, every election we've had, you get Al Gore or Bush Jr. So both are members of the same group. And I mean, basically, whoever you vote for, it's still one of them that's in charge. That's the president. And Al Gore ended up winning, and they're like, oh, let's do a recount in all states. I mean, like, they couldn't even pick another state. They picked the fucking state that Bush's brother was the governor of at the time, and that's the state that does the recount and goes, oh shit, we fucked up, man, my bad. And all of a sudden Bush is the president. But I do believe that they probably knew that ahead of time since they're members of the same group. But I think that Al Gore, they probably never had any, actually expected him to win it. And then when he did, they got him out of it. And then they give him, hold on, I gotta pause this light. This fucking cigarette's too windy. Alright, and so when he did, or they get him out of it, and then they alright, they give him the, the global warming campaign to make billions of dollars for himself. Which, I mean, global warming could very well be a serious issue. I'm sure. I couldn't see how it couldn't be. But I just don't remember anybody asking me, who should head up the global warming campaign, pretty sure nobody else was asked either, they just kind of said, hey, this is the guy that's gonna fucking spearhead this shit. And that's what happened. So, I don't know. But some of the other members include the guy that owns Amazon, the guy that owns Google, the top guy from BP, the owner, not a committee of people. It's the fucking dude that owns it is a member. And I don't know, Bush's dad. I mean, the recount shit though. You think they'd pick a different fucking state to do it in? It's they weren't even trying to fucking hide the fact that they're just changing the outcome of the election, and it's just nothing. Yeah, that's cool. Go ahead, that's fine. Or if they would have done it in Texas, I would have been suspicious of that too, because they probably fucking own the entire state. But yeah, I don't know. It's and these are the people we know about. Owners of pharmaceutical companies and weapons manufacturers, and I don't know why I'm drawing a blank, but there's a whole lot of fucking people that own everything that are all members of this shit, and that's the people we know about. So whoever you think is the richest person in the world, I'd be willing to bet my life says that is not the richest person in the world by far. I mean, there have to be trillionaires. There has to be. I mean, if we know of people that have $500 billion already, that if I had trillions of dollars, I would not want anybody knowing who I am. I would not want anybody having a fun. They didn't even know that you'd say my name. They'd be like, I have no idea who the fuck that is. That's what I would want. So I would imagine if my dumb ass to think of that they had to have. But I mean, you could take any 2 to 3 members out of this group, and it's usually anywhere from 150 to 250 members each year. Some are lifetime members, some are brought in on an as-needed basis. And I mean, it's pretty much a lot like Spectre from the new Bond movies. It's these people are making decisions that affect the world, and they own at least 95% of all the world's money and valuable resources. And they meet every year behind closed doors, and everything's off the record. And I can't imagine for all these people that are, so-called important people that have obligations and things they have to do, to drop everything once a year and go meet up with everybody else that's too busy to fucking get away from shit. I can't imagine they're just, hanging out to shoot the shit and play some cards, shoot some pool, just smoke some weed, drink some beers, fucking hang out. I would imagine that for them to do that, royalty from all over the world are members of this group. There's somebody else I'm thinking of, or not a group of people, it's just not clicking right now. But all the people with everything, they meet every year. And it's they even have a website now, the Bilderberg Group website. I mean, you can Google it and find the website. And of course, they say that their aim is to bring about prosperity and well-being in the world. But I'm pretty sure they're a lot more concerned with their own prosperity and well-being. Now, as a whole, I don't think we ever have to worry about them, nuking the planet, because, then they're not going to have anybody to give them their money. I mean, they need a certain amount of people around in order for them to get their, to keep building their fortunes. And hold on a second. So, I don't know. But any three members of this group put together are worth at least $1 trillion. If you take BP, Amazon, and Google, just the owners of those three together are worth like $1.5 trillion. So there's got to be somebody who has $1 trillion by now. And like I've heard about how I don't really know, because with England, like I don't know if they're each the United Kingdom, if they're all separate little countries, I guess that's what they are. That are kind of like states, but their own country too. So I don't really know, but Britain, England, the UK, one of them over there, and the French, like they've been working together to dominate the fucking world for hundreds of years. I mean, you could look in the different flags in the different countries all over the world, and you'll see like, not the English flag, but like maybe the British flag. Like you look at Australia's flag, and like they have a spot like where we have our stars, and you see a British flag. I think it's a British flag. It's not the English flag. It's not the white with the red, like the Templar looking flag. But all these islands all across in the Atlantic Pacific, you can see which ones they colonized because of things like that. And like them and the French, man, they've been working together for a long time. They might have had some squabbles amongst themselves, but they both had royalty, and that royalty, they ran shit, And I've heard that like England will take, and they have like just stockpiles of diamonds that they keep off the market that are never intended to reach the market. Now you notice they don't destroy the motherfuckers. They keep them, so just in case they got them on backup. But these fucking, sorry, I thought I heard a car coming. So these they stockpile them to drive the prices up of the ones that are out there. Now think of how many diamonds. You can go to any jewelry store anywhere across just America, and there's fucking diamonds everywhere. So think of how many they have to stockpile to make just the ones that we go out and see in a normal jewelry store worth as much as they cost. And now you think about blood diamonds, and you think about like De Beers, or however the fuck you say it, the jewelry company. Look into them and their history. They're a fucked up group of people too. They were fucked up. They were involved in the blood diamonds, and if you think blood diamond shit still don't go on, dude, you're fucking crazy. You know it does, just because we don't see it here. They have to have a place like this so that, we're like, oh yeah, well, we just kind of like, I think subconsciously people just assume that people live like this everywhere, and it's not the case. Like, so you have people who, they take a tiny little pebble of a diamond, because they can't feed their family, and they get caught and they get their arm chopped off, or their kid gets their fucking arm chopped off, or both, just crazy shit, just so that tiny little pebble can go sit in a fucking safe somewhere and just be a backup surplus, just in case. But otherwise, it's never to be seen by anybody but whoever takes care of that shit. That's kind of fucked up. No, it ain't even kind of. That's really fucked up. And the French and the British have been exploiting people in Africa in the diamond mines for hundreds of fucking years. And then the thing is after World War II, the U.S. finally became a power to deal with, and they kind of, I'm sure they've all teamed up. Shit. U.S., Britain, and our U.S., Britain, I guess, UK, and France. Their fucking governments and their royalty have always been working together. And that's the fucking terrible things that have always gone on. Shit that goes on right now that it's like, now, this is just kind of a quick overview. Hold on, let me light this cigarette. Alright, so this is just kind of a quick overview as to what I don't understand about it. Is that the people that run the world, I mean, they keep us, they want most people, they have to have just a bunch of regular ass people just like you and me, going to work every day, making money, and so we can go out and buy their shit and keep building their fortune so they can run more shit. You think Mars and the moon are just, gonna be up for grabs? Like, dude, I guarantee you some of these people already own chunks of it just in case we happen to get there in their lifetime. And I guarantee you the fucking moon, there probably ain't a fucking slice of it left. And, anyways, so, but it's like they keep everybody frustrated. They use the news and they use social media to put out all kind of misinformation or to steer the public's thinking in one direction or the other. And it's like, they use that shit to keep us all fucking hating one another. If you notice that, like, the masses, you know, the middle class, lower class, and like, they just have all of us fucking hating each other. Why? Because everybody watches the fucking news. That's why I cut that shit out of my life a long time ago. Because I don't want to know. I quit reading newspapers years ago. And then, no, I'm sorry, I cut the news itself out. I quit reading newspapers about 13 years ago, 14 years ago. And, a few years ago, like, when I go to search something on Google, it would just have stories related to whatever it is I search. And I'd find myself reading these articles and stuff about anti-guns and anti-pit bulls and fucking, and I just find myself pissed off all the time. And I wouldn't even go on there with the intention of looking this shit up, but it's like I hit that little search bar and bam, there's stories, and it just grabs my attention. That's what it does. That's what it fucking does. And they usually give you shit that pisses you off because you engage more in it. I know I fucking did. And finally one day Google updated or something. And from then on, every time I click that search bar, all that comes up are my recent searches. I have to go down to the bottom or something. I think I have to click on maybe the Google logo or something to be able to get news stories. So they don't automatically pop up. Ain't read one sentence. Haven't read one sentence. Most of the shit in the news, I have no idea what is going on half the time because I have not listened to or seen news. I mean, especially once all this bullshit with the virus started, I really, really worked to cut it all out of my life. Like with the shit up in Minnesota last year, I had no idea what the fuck was going on. I'm trying to come home from doing some shit at my mom's house for I'm coming home, and I'm like, why the fuck can't I get on the highway? And then I finally do, and I'm like, oh shit, it's like, everybody's like, it's just wrapped around on my exit. Like, you can't fucking, like, there's a line down the highway. I'm like, what the fuck? It took me like 30 minutes to get home, and I had no idea what was going on. I didn't have a fucking clue. Got me and my dog just trying to get home, and I'm like, finally I had to go ask a police officer what happened. I had no idea. And it's like, I mean, even with that, like, I still got home. It's kind of a pain in the ass, but I got home. But, I mean, it's like, that's really, that and having to wear these fucking masks everywhere I go all the time because other people are scared of a fucking virus, so I have to wear a mask, which I think is fucking horseshit. But I just don't know why they can't just fucking tell people, hey, if you're concerned about it, you're worried about it, whatever maybe, you put a mask on. And, you know, I don't know. Like, they've changed everything now anyways. You can get everything fucking delivered to you. You can pull up in a car and get everything brought out to you. You know, it's like, I would think that people are concerned, they'd just do that anyways. But, I don't know, man. I got my whole theories about all this, too. But it's like, I think mostly it's just fucking distractions. It's just distractions. It gives people something to fear. And instead of, like, when 9/11, when that happened, everybody kind of felt like we're all kind of the same for a little while. That wasn't the case because they start putting all this stuff up on the fucking news about police killings. Right in the middle of all this is everybody's fucking scared as it is, and it just stirs people up. It gets everybody fucking hating everybody. It causes all kind of fucking problems, you know. And it's like, without the news, like, I hate human beings any fucking ways, but without the news, like, it's not nearly as bad. I don't hate people as much as I normally do, but it's like, you think they don't steer that shit? Now look, I'm not saying that anything is justified or not justified. I don't know, because I don't watch this shit. I have no fucking idea, to be honest with you. But what I noticed with these newscasts is, like, if you just watch the news, you would think that, like, a white police officer never kills a white person. A black police officer never kills a white person. Or a black police officer never kills a black person. You would think that just never fucking happens. It happens all the fucking time. All the time, dude. All the time. But they know that, and it's like, that's like the one button that the people around the world really fucking got to just keep fucking hitting to make everybody fucking hate everybody. I don't want everybody to fucking hate everybody. I want everybody to pull their head out of their ass and realize we're in this shit together, whether you like it or not. We're not in separate boats, man. If anybody's ship goes down, we all go down. We're all part of the same fucking bullshit. We all gotta fucking work jobs we hate or try to get out of having to work jobs we hate. And we all gotta pay bills. We all get fucked constantly on taxes and gas and fucking everything. I used to pay $3.30 for a pack of smokes. In Indiana, I just paid like $7 and change for a pack of cigarettes. In Illinois, jeez, you know how much a fucking pack? It's like $14 for a pack of cigarettes. That's fucking crazy. You know, you just go right across the line and it's half the price. It's fucking ridiculous. But yeah, shit keeps falling out of me. And we are all in this shit together, and that's what fucking kills me. And it's like, the people that run the world, it's a smart fucking move, man. I'm not gonna lie, because if I was one of them and I was some evil, sadistic fuck, I would have came up with this shit myself. How do you worry about if you're 150 to 250 people? How the fuck do you keep the world from just coming and knocking down your fucking door and just taking shit and taking over? You make everybody hate everybody, and you spread just as much fucking arrogance and vanity and greed as you can through television shows, through commercials and average. You'll be amazed at how much of that shit is in every commercial you watch. Every fucking commercial has some degree of that shit. Buy our product, man, and you're just gonna fucking, life is just, you'll be just like these lame ass fucking people, you know, like, look at them having a good time. That will be you. And it's like, the fuck can't people just represent their shit for what it really is? You ever notice you go buy a bag of potato chips, it's only half fucking full, but they fill the rest with air on purpose to fuck with you? And you can't see through the bag? And the ones you can see through, like a Tostitos bag, look at that one, it's still half full. They just put that big fucking label all the way down to where when you look at it, no matter which way you turn the bag, you're still gonna see full. It's gonna look like it's full of chips. Do you know why they put cotton in an aspirin bottle? Because that way when you shake it, it sounds full. You take that out, don't even take a single aspirin out. Put the lid right back on and shake it, it sounds like it's partially empty. It has nothing to do with it. Like, what's it just gonna keep it sterile just because that's sitting in there? It's fucking with people's heads. But see, back in the 60s too, so this group formed in 1954, back in the 60s, psychology was becoming big. And instead of fighting a real battle against us, shooting kids at college campuses, beating people in the fucking streets, National Guard everywhere you look, now they just fight us mentally, subconsciously. I mean, this shit is so ingrained into everything. They found just the right ways of doing it. That's why music is fucking garbage, because it's a fucking formula. That's all it is. They have a couple formulas of ways to get some bullshit stuck in your head, and then you're buying it, liking it, and then you realize one day it sucks, and then years later you're embarrassed you fucking anything to do with it. That's what I was talking about the other day. The whole fucking thing is just a big fucking scam, man. And just so many people just fall right into it, but I get that. That's what it's designed to do, is make people fall into it. It's just thankfully 20 years ago, something just fucking happened, and I just finally started to like look around, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And it's like, there's just so much shit that happens that I don't understand. Like, people on the road, everybody in the fuck, just so many hateful fucking cocksuckers on the fucking road all the time. You know, like it's anybody else's fault that they don't leave fucking early to go where they gotta go. Or who knows what. And it's like you leave during rush hour traffic and people like just want to be there in like 10 seconds. Dude, put your fucking phone down and actually enjoy driving. Quit taking that shit for fucking granted. I guarantee you, your ass don't have a car, you're gonna fucking be thinking about a car a lot more. You'll be thinking about a phone. I promise that. Except now with the phone, you can get a fucking ride, so maybe not. Well, I guess you could always get a ride with a phone, couldn't you? But I'm just saying. You can call for a fucking Uber and shit, but I'm saying, like, people just, it's like everybody wants everything's fucking instantly. And like, dude, I was one of the most impatient people I've ever known. I mean, I never thought the day would come where I'd have patience, but I fucking saw it somehow happened. It's just, on its own, it happened. And like when I'm driving, man, it's like I don't need to shove my fucking head up the next person's ass when there's 15 fucking slow cars in front of them, because Scraping the bumper of the car in front of me ain't gonna make anybody in front of them go any fucking faster. Yet everywhere I go, all the time, there's people just fucking, I swear, it looks like they're all towing each other on a short rope. You know, when like you see a car that actually is getting towed on a short rope, and you're like, damn, that car's really fucking close. And it's like, oh, that's how people drive all the time. I guess it's just okay to be a piece of shit. And it's like, I need to get something set up on my dashboard so I can just fucking critique drivers as I'm going down the road, because it's just all day. You got a car that's like scraping a fucking other car's ass or a semi's ass, and there's a lane next to them with not a fucking car 10 miles in front of them or 10 miles behind them. But they got to turn in 7 miles. So instead of just going to fuck around the fucking car, instead of being a piece of shit, it's like, no, fuck that. They're going to get out of my fucking way. Fuck them. I'm not going around them. Like, why? Why be a fucking asshole about it? And the problem is, the only reason there's fucking traffic is because all the motherfuckers that are up everybody's ass. That's what causes the fucking traffic. So the ones that are most pissed about it are the ones fucking causing it. You know, if everybody just spaced the fuck out, dude, people who are in a hurry can actually get around motherfuckers and get places. But since all you fucking bastards out there that want to fucking just scrape everybody's fucking ass every fucking where you go, even though you ain't even in a hurry, that's why nobody can get around anybody. Because everybody's so fucking, like, on the highway by me, you actually, like, when a normal, like, main road connects to the highway, everybody has to slow down to a fucking crawl, because the people coming in on that one fucking lane, because north and southbound traffic merges before it merges with the highway on this one I'm thinking of here. And it's like, everybody's gonna slow the fuck down and just crawl along, because for some fucking reason, all the cars that are coming on the on-ramp are all shoved up each other's ass. All the cars in the lane that they gotta get to are all shoved up each other's ass. And nobody wants to fucking give any space or fucking, you know, like, that shit's supposed to work like a fucking zipper. Especially a horseshoe or a cloverleaf. Them cloverleafs, man, those things are fucking wonderful. But nobody knows how to fucking use them anymore. They're great. They're fucking great, but you cannot have 7 cars in a row that are less than 1 car length away from the one in front of you. Because you got people trying to get off, and then behind them you got motherfuckers doing like 90 and not paying attention to the fact that, like, these people in front of them are about to fucking stop because nobody can fucking switch lanes. And that shit's dangerous as fuck. You know, I see dumb fucking assholes that be scraping everybody's ass on the fucking highway. I mean, just really, like, blatantly, purposely being a cocksucker. And I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'll pull over, let him go. Like, honestly, I gotta be the fastest fucking driver on the highway. I never go over the speed limit, so I don't know how I'm the fastest driver ever, but I am at any time. And it's like, the difference is, not only do I not tailgate, I stay the fuck away from people. And I'm watching for openings. I'm not gonna sit in just the fast lane and the one next to it when I have to be so inconvenienced as to move over a lane and go around somebody. And I just casually turn signals ahead of time, get over. Never cut any fucking body. I don't cut anybody off. I don't even come near cutting people off. Like, if I have to get in the lane to the right of me and there's a semi on the far lane, like on the one past that one, as I'm speeding up to get over that lane, I won't even go to get over until I'm completely past the semi, just in case they decide to come over. And fucking when I have an opening, gone. I'm always watching. I always have 3 fucking outs at any point, anywhere, at any time. And when I'm like, if I'm going down, I'm going fast, and I'm catching up to a semi, I'll get in the fucking one more lane over where I'm not next to him in case he's not, you know, he just glances back and sees me how far back and then goes to get over. I'm like, fuck it, I'll just get over ahead of time, just let him go. And I shit you not, I swear it's like the semi drivers around here. Some of them must fucking have seen me more than once, because I swear, like, they're always cool to me. Like, they'll let me through and then block off a bunch of other fucking people. But it's like, you can actually be extremely safe. I mean, fucking extremely safe, and still be the fastest fucking person on the road. But these assholes that want to fucking almost kill everybody they come in contact with, and it's like, it's just okay to fucking do that. Like, people literally go about their day with just that much fucking arrogance. They're like, yeah, well, so what if I almost kill somebody? Fuck them. Who cares? I didn't feel like fucking leaving 20 minutes fucking earlier because I'm a lazy fuck. Or, hey, you know what? We're only going to get there when we fucking get there. You know, scraping somebody's ass to go sit at a fucking red light for 5 minutes doesn't really seem to make much sense. Oh, it's raining out and snowing out? Now let's get closer to everybody than we already are. That's what I see. It's fucking crazy. And people just go about their day like, obviously now they don't have any fucking regard for anybody else or their property, but they don't even have any fucking regard for themselves or their property. You know? I'm getting way the fuck off topic, but still, you get fucking people with just these fucking expensive ass cars that probably look better smashed up, but just fucking scraping everybody's ass. I mean, just barely missing people by inches, doing 90 down the highway. I don't know how the fuck they don't clip everybody that they pass. I'm like, dude, do you really just in that big a hurry to just completely fuck your shit up and maybe kill yourself and or whoever's in your car and or anybody in the other fucking car? Maybe cause a fucking pile up and kill a whole bunch of fucking people just because you think you look cool being a piece of shit to everybody. And you know why people do that shit? Because nobody fucking does anything about it. I swear, I'm starting to think I've been waging a one fucking man war against people being assholes. And it's just people don't even honk their fucking horn anymore, man. No wonder people just act like fucking scumbags on the fucking road. People just, oh well, I don't wanna honk my horn, I might make somebody mad. Anyways, point being is that they keep all of us hating each other. And the news and social media are the fucking easiest, fastest, most direct route to people's fucking minds. And they got it everywhere. Do you notice they got fucking news at the gas pumps? I mean, that might be new in some places, but like, these assholes actually, not only do you have to hear the fucking commercial over the loudspeaker underneath the fucking canopy, but you actually have to you have a screen right there on the gas pump that just pumping more news and more advertisements down your fucking throat. And there's no way to mute it. I've tried pressing every fucking button on there and it won't do it, which is bullshit. I think they should at least have a fucking button that'll let you mute that shit. I was like, fuck, get back in my car, fuck it. It's fucking ridiculous. They just keep finding more ways to shove that shit into people's minds, dude. And I'm telling you, I don't know how much battery I got left. Hold on, I just fucked this up. Hold on. I'm almost out of shit. Alright, well, damn, I was going to do another part. I got way far off topic on that, but I got like 8%, so. Anyways, I got like 2 minutes left. No, I got about a minute left. Anyways, I don't know. Let me get more on this topic. I gotta watch this shit still and see if I'm even gonna post it, but that's kind of like the idea of shit that I want to talk about. Because my main goal is to get people to pull their heads out of their fucking asses and realize there's thousands of people around them every fucking day, and that their actions may have consequences on other fucking people, and to actually give enough of a shit about that to try to not be a scummy fuck. Like somebody pulls up in front of the gas station, got fucking, they want to park the wrong way, and not only park fucking sideways, but they can't even pull up by the building. They gotta stick all the way out the fucking end so they make sure they're blocking the fucking shit for everybody else to get through. Like shit like that, man, I just want to fucking just stab their fucking tires, dude. Like, it's fucking ridiculous, but what are you gonna do? I think it's gonna cut me off. Dude.